Salam alaikum, this is video 3. So they're telling the Dajjal right now he's God and everything is his, because Rothschild owns trillions, right? The gold, the manufacturing company. That's why they get it. When you come up with something new, they buy it from you in the market, because they don't want you to have no part in the market. They want to own 100% of the market. Everybody work for the market. Everybody controlled by the market. Everybody has the beast, the market, the beast of the market. What, can't buy or sell without a license, right? Can't even drive without a license. Can't do nothing without a license, right? So that's what it's about, buying and selling in the mark and all this kind of stuff. Can't do nothing with, can't even work without Social Security. You have to have some mark, right? Can't even get married without it. Gotta have even a certificate to pass on, right? So anyway, bottom line is they want to control the whole market, okay? And how trillions and trillions of dollars, right? Oh no. So when he passed all that off to his son, right? Because that's who is his son. Is Rothschild 11's son is his son. When they pass it off to him, they're gonna tell him he's God. Because he has the power to control the weather. So he actually gonna believe that. He's been told that constantly. You know, constantly he's been told that. So and what, nobody can look him in look God in the eyes. So when the prophet looks him in the eyes, he's gonna know right away he ain't God, and that's gonna kill him. Okay, that's going to do him in, because he's going to know right in there. He's going to know the truth. The truth is going to kill him. Like they say, the truth will set him free, set the person free. The truth is going to set the Dajjal free. When Prophet Isa, prophet born of a virgin, I don't call him Jesus, because remember what they said, the J wasn't even invented until it's a Latin alphabet. It has nothing to do with the Phoenician, okay, or alphabet, which is what we get our alphabet out of, right? So it doesn't have any, the J didn't even have nothing to do with Prophet Isa's name, right? So that tells you right there his name wasn't Jesus, his name was Isa. That's what his name was born to be. So anyway, when and that's why I refer to him as a prophet of a virgin, so that people don't get confused. But anyway, so when he comes and look him in the eye, okay, that's gonna let him know he ain't God, okay, and it's gonna kill him, okay. And they said he's gonna be short. The Dajjal is gonna be short, and he's gonna be stocky. Like what? The dog people, right? Short and stocky, okay? Probably got a long rib cage, and that's when he got that one eye, right? One eye is good and one eye is bad. One eye don't, can't see, and he's gonna have a mark in between his eye. And everybody who's a believer, everybody who's human, let's say, will be able to read that right between his eye, and it's gonna say kafir, and kafir means non-believer, okay? But anyway, so that's how they keep their world, their little empire, no, commercial empire or republic together, right? But anyway, he's here. So you better, got to get yourself spiritually straight. Got to get at that Babylon. Like I said, you ain't got to you just withdraw. Just like they say, come out of Babylon. Okay, because inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be destroyed. Inshallah, the prophet's going to come soon, because the Dajjal is here. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he was here, he said those signs, the major signs, there were small signs and there were major signs. And when the major signs, they were going to come, that they were going to be coming that close. When one of the major signs come, is basically you're going to see all the major signs come. And one of the major signs is the Dajjal. One of another major signs is the Dajjal will control the weather. Another sign would be the Dajjal would have a lot of wealth, basically following him, and that's what he has. Okay, okay, so and the Dajjal is going to be what? He's going to be Neanderthal with the spirit of Satan. Okay, because Satan was already kicked out. He was kicked out. He was kicked out of the celestial sphere, because he wasn't in heaven. I'm talking about he was kicked out of heaven. We were all kicked out of heaven. Okay, but he was kicked out of, he wanted to stay up there and play in that celestial sphere, use that energy of the celestial sphere, and mainly of Saturn. Okay, so he was kicked off. Okay, when Comet, they called it Ison for Isis, sun. Okay, Horus. Okay, but for them it'd be son of Isis and Osiris. Okay, when that comet came in, it kicked him out. Okay, he's that Iblis. Okay, it's going to be, when he comes, he's going to try to get into that guy, that the Dajjal son. Okay, and overpower him, and like demon possession, possess his soul, right? And then and act his will through that young man, right? That being, okay? That hybrid, or that half-breed. Look like a man, but it's not a man, okay? And that's what Neanderthals are. So the less humane you are to your fellow man, the less compassion you have, the more racist you are, all that stuff, you might as well consider yourself a Neanderthal, not even human, okay? You might as well consider yourself not even human, okay? If you don't like your black brother, okay, then you don't like yourself. You against your own race, okay? That's what that means. You're siding with the Neanderthal and going against your own human race. Okay, if you're not compassionate, if you love war, you don't like women, if you don't like women, okay, if you're a misogynist, consider yourself a Neanderthal, because all those negative attributes are of the Neanderthal, okay? If you like seeing people, if you like police brutality on black people, thinking it's only on black people, it's okay to imprison black people, and it's okay to do all that to black people. They only doing that to keep black people away from you, so you can be more Neanderthal. That's the game. Because if you mix with black people, or your darker hued brothers and sisters, you're going to be going back to your roots. You go back to your roots, the less opportunity they have to manipulate you and play these games with you. That's the game. So when you abide by them, joining these Nazi parties and thinking that's going to save you, and allying with them, they only playing a game with you because you're more human than they are. You're more black than they are. But they want to tell you you're the superior breeding. You're the body of God. They're talking about you're the body of the devil. You better tell them to go to hell, and tell them, no, I love my African brothers and sisters because I'm black too. I may not look it, but I'm black too because I'm human. Okay? Anyway, now if you got some curl in your hair, you got some curl in your swirl in your hair, okay? Yeah, you still got a lot of the brother or a lot of the sister in you, okay? So we can't have hatred in our family, right? Our human family. We gotta love one another like the prophet born of a virgin told us to do. Okay, we got to keep our family together so we cannot be genetically torn apart. Okay, now it also says in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created mankind of black clay, and He created their colors, right? So some of us were supposed to be, you know, or some of us were going to be, if He said He created our colors, and we were not all going to always stay the same degree of hue. Okay, so just because I may have more hue than another woman, you know, or another person, does not mean that she's less human than I am. No, it doesn't mean that, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran said that He created mankind of black clay, but He created the colors, right? So there were going to be different degrees of hue. Okay? So that's what that means. But if you have no humanity, you have no compassion for your human race as they get closer to the root of Adam, okay, then to that black clay, okay, to that original black clay, then you need to think your humanity and see if you're check your gene pool and see if you're Neanderthal. And if you're a misogynist, check your gene pool. Okay, if you don't love women, check your gene pool. You know, and so if you know, like that video I showed about this man beating this woman, check your gene pool. Okay. Okay. So they do that manipulation, as I said, and to exploit humanity. Romulus, the nation of Romulus, the nation of men, or Neanderthal men, the sons of God, the devil god. Their devil god, the sons of their devil god, these are 5 half-breeds of their devil god, right? With the spirit of their devil god. They're the ones who exploit mankind, right? And they were cannibals too, right? They ate human flesh. One of the videos I put, they ate human flesh, okay? And they were cannibals, okay? Because what? If they're a dog spirit, they're going to eat dog. That's why you don't find too many that transitional bones, because they ate those bones. Okay? So they exploit humanity. And that's why, you know, when they fall, better get your children off the street. And you know what I'm saying? Because when, let's say, put it this way, when they fall, these beasts fall to earth, right? They fall to earth, and the dollar collapse, and there's no food and all that. They will be eating people. Okay, I would imagine. Okay, they go to their nature. So keep your kids off the street. Bring your kids home, and don't just let them hang out and hang on the streets. Okay, because there's demonic spirits out there, demonic beings, half breeds out there. Okay, dog people out there. You know, get them into the synagogues, get them into the temples, get them into the churches, get them into the mosque, get them into worshiping. Okay, get them into worshiping at home. You know what I'm saying? Get back to Allah. Get back to Allah in the synagogues. Get back to Allah in the churches. Get back to Allah in the mosques. Okay, get your children back to Allah and save them from, you know, because the time is coming. The time is coming. We are in the last days, and if you love your children, get them off the streets. Get them off the streets. Get them out the club. Get them out the boyfriend, girlfriend, all that bull crap. Get them focused on their studies. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to need their knowledge. Because if the dollar collapses, what, you think they're going to be giving the money to public schools and all that stuff? No, you better get them books. What you collect what you can. Go to the library, start buying those old books they have on sale, because the libraries have old books that they sell all the time. All the time. They have racks and racks of books, DVDs and all that. Get your collections now so you can continue to teach your children. Mothers can teach your children. Okay? To some degree it's going to be a good thing. For some it's going to be bad. If you get yourself organized where you can teach your children, you can grow your garden, get your seeds together so you can continue your lives. Okay? Because Prophet Isa is going to come and he's going to save us. Allah's going to send us help. He's going to send us help. The Prophet born of a virgin is going to come with the Mahdi. And the Mahdi is going to be Muslim. He's going to believe in Allah. Prophet Isa, the Prophet born of a virgin, is going to believe in Allah. He's going to believe in Allah. And he's going to tell everybody else to believe in Allah. Okay? So you should get used to hearing that. Okay? Get used to hearing. Don't let ourselves be divided. Because remember, the Anubis was God. And the Anubis was a dog. Haven't you ever wondered why God backwards spells dog? Well, that's why. But hello backwards spells Allah. That's what it's spelled. That's what it's meant to spell. Allah. But then when you say hello, to say Allah backwards is like cursing. So they play that game too. Okay? And then when they say good morning, instead of good sadness, good morning. No, it's not a good morning. I'm not good, and it's not morning. I'm not morning. Alhamdulillah. Only reason they say it's good morning because Lucifer, the devil, is always missing his spiritual father, and we'll go further into that. So he's always mourning. He's always sadness. He's always sad. So good sadness? No, that's why I don't say good morning. I say good sunrise or good day. Good early day or good early sunrise. I don't say good morning because alhamdulillah I am mourning, and I'm not trying to get anybody else good morning, good sadness. No. Okay? You got to watch their little word game because that gives them power too. Okay? Okay. So they use all that, the word manipulation and all that, because words have vibration. They carry sound, okay? They carry fluctuations and all that. That has the vibrations, and so like one of the videos I posted, they could use sound to the vibration to heat up water. So if they can use vibration to heat up water and to they can also use words to cause a certain reaction, a certain sensation in the person, to manipulate them emotionally or psychologically. It's still games. You got to watch them. The more uncomfortable you are in this world, the more comfortable you will become, because then it's like you will be doing what you will be. Because when Allah put mankind and Iblis down on earth, right? He put enmity between them. That is dislike between them. Okay, they have dislike between them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a war, it's a battle. So once you begin to recognize and accept the fact that you are in a spiritual battle, okay, then you will accept the discomfort, okay, and you will begin to accept to speak in a manner that speaks life to you, okay. And good morning does not speak life, so I don't say it. But you got to watch them. You got to stay on guard, you know, and that's what I meant by once you accept when you're in a battle, you will constantly be on guard, okay. So now that's what I said. So they do all this manipulating. So Romulus could exploit the soul of man, which is the power of man, to use it as manpower, right? To fuel his evil commercial war machine of death against humanity. So he manipulates man as because he doesn't have a spiritual eye open. He's asleep. He's basically blind. So he's leading him around, right? So, but he's leading him around to do war and to kill his own, basically kill his own self, right? And go against his own race, his own humanity, right? Because what? And why? Because he hates mankind, right? Okay. So that's what we said. He uses man as the manpower to fuel his war machine and build his own empire. So he uses mankind in his commercial market, working from 9 to 5, whatever he worked back in the day, as a serf, and that's what they're used as a serf today because they're enslaved through the bond, the birth certificate system, right? So if they are enslaved and their eyes are closed, he's using mankind to build his own. Romulus is using mankind to build his own evil empire, so he can further control mankind, okay? Because he's walking around blind because his pineal gland, he's not spiritually developed. His pineal gland is still closed, right? He hasn't been able to access because he doesn't have truth about his spiritual history, you know. He hasn't, in the realm of psychology, they call it, he hasn't actualized, okay? Okay? So he would use mankind to build the evil empire for Romulus, for Shaitan, or for Iblis, right? Not Jinn Anunnaki, for his evil return to take over humanity and pretend he's going to be Christ, right? The anointed one, the Messiah. And I'll post a video about what Messiah means. It means to, right, as he said, to rub, right? Okay, to wash, to cleanse, to purify. Okay, so I'll post a video about that, because I didn't address that, but I will, inshallah. Okay, so we said Romulus uses mankind to build his own evil empire, to exploit man and control man, because that was the goal, right? They didn't want gold so much to mine and take it back to their planet and become rich. No, they wanted to use it against mankind, right? Because it has a power. Because manpower can only go so far. Manpower is not like the power of the sun. Mankind is like the power of like electromagnetic energy. Okay, to really do some good, jinn need to be able to have real power, because they're what? To exercise their power. To be able to exercise their power, they need power because they don't have any power, right? Okay, so they got to get it any way they can, right? First through mankind, if they can. But if they can't get enough from mankind, they got to find alternative means. That's what this nuclear power is about. Because in reality, we don't really need nuclear power. We don't need no damn nuclear power. That's some bullshit. We need to seriously, humanity, we need to seriously think about making these governments calling for nuclear disarmament, because we don't need nuclear power and we don't need nuclear weapons. We really, really don't. You know, if we go with the Tesla towers and what Tesla science, which came from the pyramid science, which is natural science, okay? Physics is natural science, okay? Spirituality is natural science. So it's understanding science. That's natural science. So, and living empirical, right? Empirically, and living scientifically according to the laws of nature, right? So if we go according to the laws of nature, then we don't need nuclear plants, power plants, and all this nuclear energy. No, we just use the power of the sun as it's invested in the earth, right? It's channeled into the earth from the sun, right? As Tesla understood it to be, right? and we'll have power, free energy. But they want to make you think that you need nuclear power. No, the jinn need nuclear power. That's who needs nuclear power. We as humans don't need that. We have natural power. Because what do we need? To fuel our homes, to turn on the light bulbs, heat the water up, cook our food. Simple things. We don't need all that nuclear power. No. And what? To plug in a sensor or whatever it was to heat up a generator or whatever it does. I don't know how it operates with the Tesla power, but harnessing the energy from as it's, you know, embedded in the earth, as it's, you know, absorbed by the earth into the earth. Okay, we can access energy that way, and it's been proven, and it can be done all over the world for free. So nuclear power is a facade, it's some bull crap, and we as human beings need to call for disarmament, nuclear disarmament, and the destruction of nuclear power plants globally. That's what, because they're harmed, they're dangerous to the environment, and the environment belongs to no man. It belongs to no human being. Natural laws belong to no one but the Creator who designed them. So all this manipulating of the weather, that's haram, and it's a sin. All this seed manipulation is a sin. It's a sin. Okay, man wasn't supposed to do that. Nor Neanderthal, nor half-breed men are not supposed to do that either. So we need to call for a stop for that. Humanity, we have to take charge of what we are to take charge and command for, and call for nuclear disarmament, and call for stop tampering with the weather and putting all these chemtrails up in there, because that children are breathing that stuff in, and then we're trying to manipulate, send all this stuff into the waves, the stratosphere, or whatever sphere that is, and implant program the higher sphere with energy waves to come back and mess up the man's mind and all this. What time is it? What time are we going to say stop it? Enough is enough. What time? Now is the time. Now is your only time. Okay? The commercial market, they're going too far. Okay? Enough is enough. And wait, how long are you going to wait till depopulation, till the population down to what? 500,000 or whatever they said? Let's get it real. Okay, so they use all that. Okay, they need all that power because they need nuclear power, because manpower is not enough for them. It's not strong enough for them, because they can't control of mankind cannot access his crown chakra. Therefore, he has no, the jinn and Anunnaki can't get enough power from man, so they need artificial power. That's nuclear energy. Okay. Instead of infusion, they want diffusion. Diffusion is separating the atom. Infusion is putting the atom together, right? Like Allah put the atom together. Okay, when man and woman come together, the atom has come together, right? Okay, we have fusion. Okay. Okay, so they use man as a war machine of death and to usurp his power as manpower, right? Human resource, right? Whereby he cares nothing about mankind. He cares nothing for mankind, or he cares nothing about the environment. The worse the environment is, the better and the happier he is, right? He wants to profit from man's soul. That's where he gets his power. The more power he has, the more power he has to manipulate man's soul and get them into hell with him, because he's going to hell. He has no choice. There's no way for him to get into Jannah. No way. No way. Not even if he turned his life, turned around, he still wouldn't. He's going to hell, and he's trying to get anybody he can to go with him. That's what he wants all that power for. And the more power you let him manipulate and them to think you need, because the world needs to be a safer place because of all the terrorism. We need to do this. We need to go over there and strike your African brother. Okay, get rid of them. Get rid of all them first. So you have no way to come back to open your penile gland. You just have no choice but to breed with the Neanderthals. Breed with dogs. Okay? That's going to be your only choice, because you can't go back. Okay? because they done killed them all. They're gonna try to cut the laws, stuck laws in. Their goal, their desire is to try to destroy all of them. So go on and make you think that the Arabs are terrorists. Go on and make you think that black people were ignorant and enslaved. Go on and make you think that the natives that were of this land were savages and kill them. And go on and make you think that the Japanese were Japs and Yaps and whatever, and the Koreans were this and that and the other. And then pretty soon they coming after you like they did in Serbia and Herzegovina and all that. Why? Because you had the right spirituality. It didn't matter that you were not black or not Asian or not this. You did. It was your degree of hue, because we all black. So we got to cancel that. You not black and you Asian and you fuck that. No, you black. You just don't have that degree. Okay. So let's say this color would be considered PhD in melon, right? Then we have the BA. Then we have the AA. Then we have the high school diploma. Then we have the whatever, and that would determine your degree of melon. Okay. They want only kindergartners walking around. They don't even want kindergartners walking around. They want 2-year-olds. The highest level of intelligence they want to get you of humanity is 2 years old enough only to be controlled and they can be able to designate what you to do. Okay, they don't want you to have a PhD in humanity, right? So so next thing, let's start with the Africans. Then we tell you they're savages, they need to be enslaved, and they're stupid. In reality, they're not. Then we start with the Japs and tell you they're Yaps and they're this and they're whatever else, whatever they told you about them to start that Korean War and all this kind of stuff. And then divide South Korea and North Korea, brothers and sisters, where they can't even go see each other. Okay, that needs to stop. South and North Korea, y'all need to unite as one family that you are. And then make you think that the Indians the natives were savages and kill them up and give them smallpox. Okay, it was all game to get rid of your humanity. Okay, and then tell you, oh, and you with the lightest race, you're with us. Come with us for now. We can use you for now until you become too many too, and then we begin to depopulate and turn around on you too and tell you that your Christianity is terrorism to us now. Okay. Your Christianity is terrorism to the Neanderthal Republic, okay? Okay. So that's how they manipulate you, okay? And tell you their God is your God. Their God, Lucifer, is the God of disguise. Your God, their God is God. Their dog God is your God. That's what they want to say, and that's why it's God represents backwards. Their dog God, Anubis, is your God. Anubis is, they want to tell you, Anubis is your God. Okay, Anubis is your God. When you say God, the word God, you're talking about Anubis backwards, a dog. Okay, that's what they're talking about. Okay. So that's why on my daily reports without Brazeera, I don't put God anymore beside the word Allah. I just put Allah, and you have to understand. I'm talking about the higher supreme being that created Adam, the first man, the creator of first man, okay, and woman, and I'm talking about heaven. I'm talking about the creator of heaven and hell. I'm talking about the creator of the stars. I'm talking about the creators of the prophets, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, or Yusuf. Yaqub, because remember the J wasn't there. We got to go back to the original speaking, okay, because they're getting you in this translation. That's why in the translation of the Quran, you have to always have the Arabic writing right beside it. You cannot just translate the Quran. No, you have to have it in original text. And the one Quran will always be the same throughout the other. And the prayer will always be the same. It has to always be unanimous. It has to always be the same. Okay, but they're getting the world mixed up with all their many translations of what the prophet born of a virgin actually said, how he actually lived, what he actually did, and who he actually was. It's all game, and they're doing that intentionally. And then they throw in there, well, but you know what? You got to believe in the Trinity, the three heads of God, the fatherhead, the motherhead, and the brotherhood, or the son. When they're talking about the sons of God, the sons of the Spirit of the God, their dog God, right? And the three heads. And we're going to get into that, okay? So don't go getting panicked right now and thinking, oh, we're just tearing Christianity apart. No, you're just seeing Christianity for what it really is. the purity in which the prophet born of a virgin really explained it to be, and it's in sync with your brother religion, your patriarch religion of prophet practiced by Prophet Abraham and all the other prophets. Okay, you got to understand spiritual history, just like commercial or secular history is distorted to present a certain perspective. Spiritual history has been corrupted too, and that's why they want to get, just like they want to get rid of the African people, the dark hue. They want to get rid of all African people, but start with the dark hued people first, right? They want to get rid of Islam. That's why they attack on Muslim. So then you'll have no way back understanding that either. It's all, again, all by Neanderthals. And you better know it, because we're in the end time. And whether you like it or not, this is fact. Assalamu alaikum. We're going to video 4.